Changing your strings shouldn't be a hassle. The Pro Winder is a single tool that performs the jobs of three. It winds, cuts, and pulls out stubborn bridge pins.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Keys from Your Guitar. We're hanging out at the Hiawatha in Nashville, Tennessee with my dear friend Sean. Sean, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Sean is with King Buffalo, guitar and vocals. And before we're going no further, Sean, I have to do something real quick. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I know Sean has already because he talks about rig rundowns. Anyway, Sean, talk to me about this guitar that I know you've had for quite some time, but I remember you the first time I saw you with a Strat. And at some point it had surgery. I don't know if you bought it like that, but it had like Filtertrons in it.
Yeah.
So talk to me about the evolution of your guitars, starting with this one and kind of how you went from that to the Fender.
So
from the Fender to that.
Yeah, actually the Fender was my first like main real guitar. That was what I used all the time. And actually, so our first full length Orion was with pretty much all with the Strat. This was only on one song, and that was still with the single coils in the Strat.
Okay.
And then I put new pickups. I kind of like redid a bunch of stuff to this, and I started really liking it. And then so like basically this has been my #1 guitar since like 2017.
All right.
Yeah.
What pickups did you put in it, or what type of things did you make it so it's kind of shifted to #1 land?
Well, so it was like super dumb cheap when I got it. Like, they couldn't sell it. It was brand new. It's been on the shelves for like 10 years or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was like $300. I traded like a crappy Epiphone and gave him like $150 and walked away with it. But like it's a Chinese one, so it had some issues.
Yes.
So I put Seymour Duncan 59s in there. I replaced all the tuners with Shalers. And I think we replaced the pots and just like the jacks and switches, just basically got stuff that could like live up to the road.
Yeah, gave it a makeup.
Yeah.
Or makeover, I should say, makeup.
And then it sounded really great. Like the original pickups I wasn't too fond of. It kind of felt like I was playing through a pillow, especially coming from single coils. And then I replaced them with these and it just opened right up, changed everything.
Now, were the 59 something you already knew that you wanted to put into a guitar, say this one or any other humbucker guitar, or was it something you had to figure out?
Actually, it was like my buddy he does my setups and stuff back home, and I mentioned like I was looking for a set of humbuckers to put in there. He's like, well, I got a used set of 59s. Like, you want them? And I was like, I don't know. Do I want them? Are they cool?
Yeah.
And he's like, I use them. I got them in a couple guitars. I think they're great. And I took his word on it, and he was right.
Cool. Yeah. And I know with the Strat that probably wasn't an option, but I do see you sometimes playing behind the bridge. Is that something that, as you've become to use this, like you said, the newest record, Long to Be the Mountain, that you'll pick behind the bridge? Is that something because this car has, guitar has it, you go for it?
Yeah, just because it's there, and like sometimes I just want to make obnoxious noises, so I'll just do stuff like that. But, which on the Strat I could only go up here, but now that I can like actually get a little more volume of it up here as opposed to up there.
Yeah. And what about strings? Do you have a particular brand or a gauge that you're fond of?
Yeah, so this I use NYXLs, and I use the 10 to 52 set, so it's like the heavy bottoms.
Yeah.
On my Strat, I use just like kind of straight 10s because it's a longer scale length. It can be a little tighter and still like hold. This is even still a little loosey-goosey on the low C, which we tuned down to C.
I was going to say, yeah, what's your tuning? So it's drop C or?
Yeah, drop C.
Okay, cool.
On this guitar, the Strat, which is also kind of goes back and forth, but when I did bring two for a little while, and I would have that one in D standard and this one in drop. But now I just get away with one.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, so no backups at all. This is no net.
No, the NYXLs, like, they very rarely break, and of course I just said that, and now tonight's probably going to be a nightmare. But no, they very rarely break. They last super long, so if I do ever end up breaking a string, I'd rather just pop a new one on in like a minute and a half rather than take, I found I kept having to, when I would pull up the secondary guitar, I would have to retune it anyways. It would always take, just as much time.
Yeah.
So just throw on a new string. And
you got capable bandmates in Scott and Dan to hold down
while
you're
sure.
finacking.
Yeah.